Greetings everyone,
My name is Rehan and
I'm RC.
we are first year architecture students from Universitas Pendidikan Indonesia.
And we will share some informations about the history and architecture of Gedung Merdeka.
Gedung Merdeka is one of the most iconic historical building in Bandung, Indonesia.
Gedung Merdeka is a place where Asian African Conference was held in 1955. The conference was attended by many representatives of Asian and African countries. The conference aimed to promote Asian-African economic and cultural cooperation and to oppose colonialism or neo-colonialism by any nation. The conference was an important step towards the eventual creation of the non-aligned movement.
The building was built in 1921 by Wolf Schumacher, a professor from Technische Hogeschool, which nowadays also known as ITB, Institut Teknologi Bandung.
In total, Gedung Merdeka has two primary buildings. There is Gedung Merdeka and Museum Konferensi Asia Afrika.
Museum Konferensi Asia Afrika has a function for the exhibition memorabilia of ASEAN African Conference. Unfortunately, because of this COVID-19 pandemic, Museum Konferensi Asia Afrika is temporarily closed. But don't worry, the good news is you can visit Museum Konferensi Asia Afrika via virtual tour that is provided on their official website at asianafricanmuseum.org.
As we can see, the interior of the museum shows a number of collections of three-dimensional items such as the rotan seats, cameras, type machines, stamps, and tell machines used during the conference. There were also documentary photos of Tugu meetings, the Colombo Conference, the Bogor Conference, and the Asian African Conference. Also, there are displays that shows us photos of events leading up to the birth of the Asian African Conference, the impact of the Asian African Conference for the international world, Gedung Merdeka from time to time, and profiles of the countries that participating in the Asian African Conference.
The building often chosen for educational tour by various social circles, such as elementary school students, junior high school students, senior high school students, college students, and many more. Because of the uniqueness of its architecture, Gedung Merdeka often used by tourists for photoshoot session. Gedung Merdeka has a unique decorative architecture details. It has a lot of repetitive geometrical shapes that looks like Art Deco styles with the straight and the bold line profiles. Wolf Schumacher used decorative lamp to emphasize Art Deco style that was installed on the facade.
In 1940, the building was renovated by A.F. Albers with the newest architectural style in that era. There is Streamline Deco style. The characteristic of Streamline Deco is to utilize a more dynamic and asymmetrical line design than the Art Deco, which is more rigid.
Overall, this building describes the feminine feature from the decorative lamps and at the same time shows the masculine of the building itself by the use of massive column. Okay everyone, that's all.
I hope you enjoy and got the point from this video.
Thank you and
See you next time.